Hey everyone, on today's video, I'm going to go over the multifamily market update for August. So thus far, we've closed as a team 4 transactions in the past 30 days, and we have 3 more closing next week, which will wrap up the month of August. Most of what I'm hearing from the market is, Dan, who is buying these properties and how are they getting them financed? So let's dive in. On the 7 properties that we will have wrapped up for the month of August and the last week of July, we have closed assets anywhere from Torrance that we have coming up closing, Long Beach that we just closed last week, 2 in Garden Grove, 2 in Anaheim, and 1 in Costa Mesa. The average transaction size is approximately $4 million, and these are all private investors. Now, who is buying these properties? So we've got one client that was in a 1031 exchange and completed the transaction, and the remainder of the buyers either had refi money that they pulled out cash on a cash out refinance before interest rates went up, and they're buying now, and they're doing a long-term hold in and around their current holdings, so they're growing their portfolio. We've got a few syndicators that are buying, going to do value add and probably sell within the next 12 to 18 months, or if rates dip down, they'll refinance and hold long-term. And then we just have some buyers that are in and out of the market, some repeat clients, some new buyers, so it's a little bit all over the board. We might see a pickup within 1031 exchange activity. The ID date got extended over to, I believe it's October 16th. So some people have been waiting and wondering if there's going to be a big tick up of 1031 money that needs to then make a transaction happen. There are exchange buyers out there waiting and have that timeline. However, we'll see how robust that's going to be. All right, so diving back in on how these properties are getting financed. Out of the 7 properties, we had 1 owner carry that the seller handled the financing and took back a note for 5 years. We have 2 transactions where we had private mortgages, hard money loans that were put on short-term financing, minimal to zero prepays, and higher LTV than the conventional banks will offer. And the remaining transactions have all been financed through Chase. We've also have some other lenders that came up that are getting aggressive and leaning in, but they ended up, all these other buyers went through Chase. Now, moving into interest rates. So interest rates are ticking up. As of today, interest rates are approximately 6.8%. The transactions that we closed were all below that. Buyers were able to lock in financing before interest rates continue to tick up. So they're either in the mid to low 6s and some even in the 5s. The one in the seller carry. So where does that put us? I think it's going to take some time for the market to adjust to where the rates are today at 6.8%, and it's trending up. It's probably going to be 7, and let's plan for a 7. So I think it's going to take the market sellers that want to meet the market. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to kind of settle in. A lot of buyers are getting interest-only financing right now. Why is that so popular? Because the payment's a lot lower and they can make properties cash flow or break even a lot better than a principal interest mortgage where the payment's gonna be much, much higher. So IO is in high demand. I think IO is getting a little harder to get, or the duration of term that you're able to get is getting shortened. Banks are getting selective on who they're lending to. If it's a first-time buyer, maybe IO is a little harder to get. If you're an experienced borrower and have a great history of operating apartment buildings, maybe they'll give you a little bit more IO. So that is something that's really important. That's who's buying, how they're getting financing, and where they're buying. Other than that, fundamentals have remained very strong. We haven't seen any big changes within that. Everything's operating very, very well, very strong. Rents are coming in, vacancies are low. That's basically the multifamily update that we're seeing here within our team. And one really, really big thing, if you have a loan that's maturing, that's coming up, and you really need to know, look, what are my options? If you want us to then lean in and provide some options, some counsel, some advice, and what we're seeing in the marketplace, don't hesitate to give us a call. Our team is here and happy to help, and we're on the ground helping clients make the best decisions with their real estate. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.